This week on the Gun Room, we get to grips with Trijicon's newest scope, their 1-to-8 power VCOG. Now, we handled the 1-to-6 a few years back and were pretty impressed by how robust it was. And this one follows in the same traditions. This thing is a tank, but how does it compare to some of the other great glasses on the market? For example, this Nightforce 1-to-8 by 24. We're going to put them on an SPR and find out. As you'd expect from the makers of the ACOG, this thing is designed to be as soldier-proof as possible. Take, for example, the caps over the adjustment turrets. They're dummy-coded to the scope itself, so it's kind of hard to lose them in the field, although I'm sure Private Snuffy will do his best. The other thing as well is, if you look at the turrets themselves, there aren't any hash marks denoting how far you're adjusting them. The reason for that is that the adjustment's pretty simple, and once set, you're not going to be dialing with that scope. You're going to be ranging and you're going to be elevating the scope using the reticle itself. You're not going to be using the turrets. The other thing you're going to notice is the zoom is very smooth. It's easy to grab this thing and rotate it. There is a built-in little cattail there, and you can index that in the middle of your palm, grab it, twist it, good to go. Another thing I like about it is that the Illumination is powered by a single AA battery. So it's universally available in the field. You don't have to look for, say, a 2032 or anything like that, but it does produce this big lump on the side of the scope itself. As far as illumination goes, it's almost daylight visible. Now, getting a true daylight visible scope is somewhat of a tall order, and Trijicon have got close to it. I would say in Arizona, at the height of the day when the sun is high in the sky, you're not going to see the illumination all that well against a light background, but for the rest of the time, 90% of the time, it is going to be visible. So pretty good job on that. It could be better, but there are engineering limitations involved in it also. Two things that's been carried over from the 1-to-6 VCOG is, of course, the one-piece body, and it's a forged big chunk of aluminum here, and it's extremely robust. The other thing that's carried over is just how flat the image looks at 1 power. It's really like looking through a pane of glass. There is no spherical aberration whatsoever, at least not to my eye, and so transitioning from target to target is super quick. Overall, the glass quality is superb. It's every bit as good as German glass, and for an American manufacturer, that's a big plus. Things that I don't like about it, well, it's huge. All of that robustness comes at a price, and that price is just how heavy the scope is. It's not too bad once you get it on a rifle, but nonetheless you do notice it. The other thing as well is that Trijicon have stuck with their tried and true mounting system. I'd like to see a QD mount rather than just the thumb screws, which everybody knows from the ACOG, but apart from that, it's a pretty solid design. If you're in the market for a 1-to-8 low power variable optic, check out the new 1-to-8 VCOG from Trijicon. I think you'll like it.